welcome back. Hopefully things will start to come into shape now. So in the background during the week I've been cleaning, polishing, mending, modifying and loads of little bits and pieces. I've got up here to up that way, I've got the hubs hanging up that have been sprayed. I've got to move them because I keep walking into it and I've got a hub shaped bump on top of my head now. I've got the shock link into the swing arm. Swing arm's all been cleaned up, I'll show you that in a minute. The link's all done. I've got the shock partially rebuilt on the bench. I'm going to finish rebuilding that and then put that into the swing arm, and then if there's time I'll get the swing arm in the frame today, but I need to get the rest of the bits and pieces put on the swing arm. So I've got the slipper to go on, and I've still got the little inserts that go into the slipper that need cleaning up. I've not filmed much of the cleaning up and spraying because it's cleaning and spraying and most people can do that. So I think that's all that I've done off camera. So let's get started and getting this put back together. Okay, so spring been all cleaned up and I've resprayed it all and made it all nice. Couldn't get quite the right shade of blue, but I think that looks kind of good actually. Makes it a little bit different. Shock's all been cleaned up. Liquid oil's been changed in there as well. Now just got to put it all back together. So here we go with that then. Try not to damage the paint. The paint's only been setting for probably 3 days. So although it's dry, I mean it's properly touch dry. But not come on you bugger. So that'll be him in there. Make sure I've got no pinky skin getting caught in that. So just turn it that way over for a minute. Let gravity work for us instead of against us. Work smart, not hard, eh? Okay, so that's taken the slack out of that. Spanner. That was my fucking head again. Bastard. Come down. Right, let's put you over there. I ain't walking into that anymore. Now, where was we? Doing the spring up. Because these are locked together. It's better. A bit better. Just making sure that's all seated properly at the top before I start taking a lot of tension out of the spring or into the spring. This one's the lock ring. I'll just lock that in. Too much now. So, just trying to get the holes in alignment, and I'm hoping that that is square to that, but I think you'll agree that looks a whole lot better than it did. Right, let's get you over the other side. Come on, you bugger. He thinks me using the wrong bolt. Because this one has got a captive thread in the bottom of the shock, and this bolt came with a nut. So I think this one must be for the t'other end of the shock. This is the one it should be, but I haven't cleaned this bugger up yet. So we'll be a slight intermission. So the other thing that I've got, and I've got to try and remember while I'm putting all this stuff back together, is I have bought a lot of replacement nut and bolts. Unfortunately, I don't get any for the suspension and the swing arm. So luckily, this only takes a few seconds to clean these up. not too bad. We'll get us through. You're done. Let's try again. Gonna have to be quick because the battery's about to run out on the camera. Right, need a torque setting for that next. That's going to take me a couple of minutes, so while I search for that, I'm going to change the battery on the camera too. Okay, so the torque setting for that, which I'm not even sure whether you can see that. Just double check. You can now. I think you could before anyway. But the torque setting for that is between 38 and 48 Newton meters. So we're going to go right in at 44. That's 40, 42, 44. I think if I remember rightly, the bottom bolt down there, or the nut on this side of that bolt, I think that was 78 Newton meters. That was that one done. So those of you that are new to using torque wrenches, once you've done your setting, always take them back to zero. Helps them keep their calibration for longer. Right. Well, that surprised me how easy that bit's gone back together. Actually, I mean, it's not difficult, but it's always like a what if plays on your mind. Now I'm just debating, do I put stickers on the swing arm while it's out of the bike, because then I'll be able to see a lot easier. I think I should. So I've got the ProLink stickers that go along here on both sides. I think I'm going to stick them in next, then put the swing arm in the bike, because even when it's up on the stand here, I'm still going to be on my bloody hands and knees looking up at it to try and get it level. But at least if I've got this up on its side, I should be able to see. So now we're getting some weight back in this thing. Let's go from down there. stay. Just try and protect the swing arm a little bit from any crap that's on here. Get you on there. Come on, you bugger. Just got to try and get this balance now. That was my knee. So if we get that balance there, need something underneath the shock really. Okay, so hopefully, come on you bugger, focus. There we go, that's the sticker that we've got, and that's where we've got to line it up. That's got you focused again. So first thing we've got to do is clean any greasy fingerprints off of this. Masking tape will help. I think that's going to be too tall. Just get one out of the pack, it'd be easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, so it needs to be about half of that really, doesn't it? So the good thing is by looking at it from above I can actually see through the tape, which is pretty damn handy. Not too much worried about that end because it's not going to get there, but this end is square, which is the main thing. Right, get rid of the greasy fingerprints off my fingers now. A little bit of brake and crutch cleaner, never did anybody any harm. There we go. I am absolutely crap at getting these off, but we'll see how we get on. I think the back comes off and then there's a front that comes off as well, which just leaves the blue lettering, but I'm not sure until I get the backing off. tape wasn't as square as I thought. I know it's going to lift this end of the sticker. Just, you bastard, here we go. Right. Come on. Before I lose all my tacky. It was really close. Right. Now let's see if this top bit comes off or not. No, it doesn't. Don't think it does anyway. Double check it. No. Side should work for the other side. Let's see if I can get it turned over. That was sod's law. The 10 minutes was up just as it started to stick. So I don't know how much of it you got before it cut out. But I was worried about the sticker on the other side being the wrong way up. So we have to do some modification there, I think. That's right where that dent is where the sticker goes over. And obviously the shit will get underneath it. Might just have to tinker with it a little bit. So I'm not sure if it shows on the camera. Let me just pull you around a little bit. Okay, so here, where there was the worst of the damage, oh, I've got bloody hiccups now, where the worst of the damage was, it's just overlapping it slightly. So what I'm going to do is put a little slit in there so that it will drop in. There we go. Right, moment of truth. I'll turn it over and see if I've put this one on the other side the right way up. I know it's only a sticker, but it worries you. Yeah, right way up, perfect. That's handy. Worrying over nothing again. So let's get you down there. You're going to have to go on that one for now then. There we go. Okay, so next thing to do is get the slipper on that side. So, or this side if you're looking down there. The slipper's got to go on. I'll reposition you. This is my parts washer brush. It's actually a detailing brush because I can't afford a parts washer. Well, I probably could actually, but just got nowhere to put the damn thing. So you're going to be moving for a second. Look, that's my parts washer. Just a big plastic bin. There we go. Big plastic bin with parts cleaner fluid in it. So, right. So we've got 2 bolts left in the bin for the shock, and they will get cleaned up as they come out. What I plan on doing with nuts, bolts, and other bits of accessories is generally clean them as I need them, because some of them I've got replacements for, some I haven't. So I can go back up there for the minute. That goes through the lower mount and through the upper mount. Let's get rid of these. I bought some punches yesterday because I couldn't find my other punch set, and they don't come with a case. Fucking ridiculous. So I need to buy a case now to put them in. Don't need my C-spanner anymore. That can go over there. Swig arm. That's got to be cleaned up and go back on. Actually, all of this lot's got to be cleaned up and go back on. That's the spacer for the swing arm. Put you over here out of the way because you're freshly painted. So, let me turn the light round a bit. Hopefully not put you in shadow, which it has a little bit, but so these little babies just need to be cleaned up. They sit in the slipper like so, and then the slipper bolts, these little screws go through. So we'll be cleaning them up in a minute too, and the only way that I clean these is with a bit of brake and crutch. Now, I know this stuff evaporates fairly quickly, but it's enough to get the ball rolling. Okay, so that's that one cleaned up. They don't take very long to clean. Some take longer than others. This one's a little bit out of shape. I'm not sure whether I bent it cleaning it or what. See, there's a little tiny dent there. So plier time. No, I've definitely not just bent that cleaning it. It's pretty tough. Just making sure it's not supposed to be there. Nope. How on earth did I not see that before then? I don't want to put it in the vise and go absolutely mental with it. There we go. That's that one done. There we go. Right. I'm not sure whether the camera's picking this up, but there's, I mean, these things, it's only a piece of plastic, it's only moulded. They rob you of bloody, I think it was 48 quid or something stupid like that, just because it's a 1987 bike. Right, let's try getting the baby on. And that one, and that one. That's how they fit in. Little screws to go in. Time to see if I've got any more of these little screws. Bear with me. So luckily we did have a couple of the little screws in one of my boxes, which is a double bonus. So this is where it's going to get complicated again. Trying to work out a way of getting it to let me get underneath. I think we might have to do it that way, which means you might need that. Luckily, the good thing about these little replacement screws that I found is they've actually got a flange on them, which makes them a little bit more secure than the originals. Hoping you can see that. there. Right, chain guard next. Oh. I don't remember having this much trouble balancing it when I was taking it apart. But then, having said that, I think the shock was bouncing around all over the place. So this is my parts washer coming into play now. Not quite as efficient as the proper one, but does the job. Detailing brush gets most of the crap off. And there's little tight corners that the detailing brush is not quite strong enough to pull the crap out. You just get a little screwdriver and tease the last of it out. All this is like a 50-50 mix of the parts cleaner liquid. I can't remember which one I got now. There was a few on Amazon to choose from. Just got a little persistent bit in the corner. Which we can get to with a screwdriver. Right, so there's a couple of little tiny bits that I just can't get to even with this little tiny pokey screwdriver. A little spike up here. Like I said, this isn't going to be perfect looking brand new, this is just going to be redone looking nice. Good job I had glasses on. I know you can't see what I'm doing, sorry, just realised that. I'm just trying to get this bit as clean as I can get it. I think that's got the bulk of it, and I know the battery's going to go in a minute as well. So, got some new bolts. Luckily for me, I suddenly remembered when I was looking for the bolts for putting this back on, because the ones that were in it were like really crappy. Those are the ones that were in. As you can see, they're absolute shite, and they're all, that rust is really sort of eating into the top. Then I suddenly remembered I had a full nut and bolt kit that I bought for BMW GS, and these, I've actually got a bigger head, which is handy, and then they'll go in. So let's get them in before the battery goes. Then I'll go in and have some tea while the battery's recharging. That way round. I think I'm going to be in the way of you guys, but so I'm started. Good thing is once all this has been put back together, all these greasy finger marks that have come back up on here will get buffed out again. Come on. It's a good job I've got to a point where I can stop, because legs have just about given up on me again. Just had the most random of messages as well. When I was looking to buy in this project, I was actually after the 500, and there was a couple around, but I didn't want to spend like 6 to 8 grand on a project, even though once it's done it should be worth between 10 and 14 depending on the condition and everything else. And I just had this random message: if you could have any bike in the world, what would you have? So naturally I put Honda CR500 1987, and then asked, have you won the lottery? Still waiting. That would be a project and a half. Come on, you bugger. Only difference being with having this on there we go, on Allen keys, is here we go, we're done. Right, break time. Right, let's see how we get on. Oh. This could be quite fun actually. Better put some eyes on so I can see what I'm doing. You stay there. You do not want to move. This is when a second pair of hands comes in handy. Come on. Can't do it up properly anyway because I've got to get the engine back through. This bolt goes through the back of the engine as well. I just want to make it line up. Come on, you bugger, what's the matter with you? I think we just know now. This ain't fun when you've got no bloody strength in your fingers. I can feel the end of the bloody bolt there. Trial and error. Right. I think we'll leave that off for the minute. Let's get you back around this side. So, when I finished the last bit of the video that you were just watching, I decided that was going to be it. That was all I could do. I was going to put the bottom mount in, and then I thought no, I just didn't have the physical strength to carry on anymore. So I left it for a bit, went indoors, had some tea, come back out, and I thought, right, I'll just do the bottom mount. And I put the bottom mount in, no problem at all. Then I suddenly realised that the shock was about 3 inches longer than it appeared to be when I took it out. So obviously I'd done something wrong, and what I've done was I've actually put the link, the shock link that goes between the shock and the swing arm, I just mounted it incorrectly, and to change it I had to take the whole down rear end back apart again. So I was doing that till silly o'clock last night, and I wasn't going to bore you with taking it back off and putting it back together, but I'll take you around there now and show you it, and then I can go and edit the video. So yeah, that bolt, I had problems getting it out the first time, and the thread got knackered. and I was tapping it with the nut on, as I explained in the previous video. I think it was episode 3, maybe 4. And the thread's still knackered. It's really soft. So run a tap and die over the nut and the bolt. Everything seemed to work fine. I torqued it up when I first put it in to, I think it was 78 Newton meters, and took it all apart last night when I had to move everything around. Went to put it back in and set the torque setting to 60 to start with, and then I was going to reset it, and it didn't even torque to 60, it just threaded again. So ordered a new bolt, so that's got to go in. Yeah, that's it. So as far as we've got so far, and then the next video will be the triple clamps going on, last bit of cleaning up of the forks and putting the forks in, and I've got 1 week left here before I go away for a week's holiday, and then when I get back from the holiday I've got 1 day and then I go into hospital for the op. So I'm trying to get everything ready so that it's stuff I can do sitting down, which will be lacing the wheels, putting them together, doing the carb, doing the airbox, and any work that I do on the engine, because I've got to spray that, but I'm going to spray it before I strip it down, save masking everything up, then take it apart, do the strip down, see what needs doing with the clutch. Might be changing the reeds, I'm not sure yet. It depends what I find when I get in there. If they're Boysons or something, then they can stay in there if they're in good condition. If they're the original metal ones, I'll probably take them out. And if I'm going to upgrade them, I might as well upgrade them to carbon. So I might be doing that. But again, it depends what I find when I get in there. Then we'll get the head and the barrel off, piston, and all the bits and pieces in that end. I know the bottom end's had a rebuild. I think the top end has been done, because when I looked in through the exhaust, the piston in there looks brand new, but we'll see. Just go from there. So that's all you're going to get for now. Take care, ride safe, catch you on the next one.